Hey, welcome to the best football show. I am Brian Baldinger, as you can tell. I'm in a hotel room. Still some stuff laying around here. Don't be distracted. I'm in Sao Paulo, Brazil right now, getting ready for tonight's game. Going to throw a tie and a jacket on, do a pregame show for the NFL. You can find this daily podcast. Just download your free Odyssey app, like it, subscribe to it, tell all your friends about it. I am here, and you can find me on Baldy NFL on all your platforms, whether it's YouTube or Twitter or Instagram, TikTok. I'm out there. And you can find this on there as well. I've been in Brazil since Tuesday. I spent a couple days in Rio, came down to Sao Paulo yesterday, and it's been fantastic. And it really starts with the fans. You know, when fans go to Brazil, I mean, I know there's a lot of talk out there about safety and concerns, and I'm not here to throw cold water in any of that because I'm not out on the streets at night. No. But I'll say this. It's been fun. Brazil knows how to throw a party. Really, I left Miami to go to Rio, and I mean, the whole flight it seemed like it was all Eagle fans, to be honest with you. And they just go Birds and Eagle chants and all that. Get to the airport in Rio, and it's just Eagle fans all over the place. You get to the beach, and I was in San Coronado Beach, south of Rio. Crystal clear beaches. Clean streets. I mean, it's really stunning just how beautiful it is and how clean it is. And honestly, the beach, like pregame parties and stuff that I attended, it was great. Packer fans have started to show up. I've started to meet them. We flew from Rio to Sao Paulo yesterday. A lot of Packer fans on the flight in the airport in Rio. It was great. It was great. Like these people obviously it's not like going to Lambeau, but it was a good vibe. And Eagle fans and Packer fans getting together in the airport bars and whatnot, flying on the flights down to Sao Paulo. It's been fun. I'm in a hotel. It seems like it's all Eagle fans in Sao Paulo. Seems like it. I mean, they're at dinner last night. They're at breakfast this morning. They're walking the streets here shopping. It's been fun. I'm getting ready to go to Corinthians Arena right now where this game is going to be played, and I'm pretty fired up. But let's start. Let's start with last night's game because we had one TV in my hotel that was showing a game, and there was 100 people around the TV. And look, you have three MVPs on the screen last night. You know, 2 by Lamar, 1 by Mahomes. We've got Mahomes with 3 rings. Lamar wants a ring. And look, it's week 1. Do they need to clean some things up? Yeah, but let's just talk about what we saw. I mean, Lamar takes his team right down the field. 7 minutes or something, right down the field, scores a touchdown. All right. Mahomes gets the ball back, right down the field, 5 plays into his drive. He flips the ball to the number 1 pick, Xavier Worthy, on a reverse off of great run action, of counter tray action. Noah Gray reverses, leads the convoy. Travis Kelce's out there, Creed Humphrey. They're all out there throwing blocks, and literally Xavier Worthy goes 21 yards for a touchdown. I mean, first time he touches the ball in this league, he's dancing in the end zone at Arrowhead, and the score is tied up 7-7. You know, second quarter, there's Chris Jones beating the new right tackle and right guard of the Ravens, beats them both clean, and gets the ball in Lamar's hands, gets the ball on the ground. Uzama picks it up. It gives the Chiefs good field position. They kick a field goal. And then it goes all the way, literally. I mean, the touchdown to Isaiah Likely for 48 yards. They get the Ravens back into the game. I mean, you can't script that stuff. Lamar's doing a whirly bird in the pocket. You know, it's collapsing on him. His eyes are up. He gives it a flick. Isaiah Likely is smothered by Nick Bolton. Comes back to the ball, 2 hands on it, puts his left foot in the ground, picks up a block from Zay Flowers, and goes 30 yards into the end zone to cut the lead to 20-17. I mean, it's a nail biter. And there they are with 4 seconds to go in the game. 4 seconds to go in the game with a chance to tie it at 27-20. And who knows what Harbaugh does if they leave the play as it was called, which was Isaiah Likely in the back of the end zone, toes down, great catch, great throw by Lamar. Is the right toe out of bounds? It looked like it to me. I wasn't there. I'm not the referee making the call. It gets overturned, and the Chiefs hang on to win. it was great drama. Great drama. You could say, okay, Lamar's got to complete more passes. Maybe instead of going to Likely, he goes to Zay Flowers. You can always make a better decision, but you have to make these decisions in a split second. In a split second, you got to make these decisions. He made that decision to go to his tight end. The guy's obviously going to be a great player. I mean, you just can tell. I mean, the guy's big. He can run. The guy had depleting blocks last night. You see him blocking, on the edge of some of these read options. He's got guys on their backs. I mean, guy's going to be a great player. Or maybe he already is. Anyways, week one's in the books. Kansas City finds a way to win. Just think about it. Last year, they didn't have Chris Jones or Travis Kelce and lose to Detroit at home in the first Thursday night game. Well, they had both of them, and they made a difference, especially Chris Jones. He knows how to close out a game, knows how to take plays over, and he did. I thought the officiating was good, to be honest with you. First game for Scott Hockley, first game for him and his crew. But it gets us to tonight's game. I think we're all entertained last night, and I think we're going to get entertained tonight. And there's so many different layers to this game. First of all, I think the Eagles arrived. I want to say they arrived yesterday, but maybe it was the day before. I'm kind of losing track of time. Forgive me. They arrived either Wednesday or Thursday. I forget. They're doing all of the promotional stuff. Jalen Hurts taking pictures with somebody from Brazil. I meet people from flag football teams and what the NFL does for them. I'm talking to coaches that coach in Brazil in the lobby of hotels and how important this game is. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere. Now, the rain has held off all day. All right. It looked like it was raining early this morning to me. It looks like it's held off. Even this afternoon, walking around the city, it looked like it was actually getting sunny. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I hope that we don't get rain. I hope the field stays dry. But regardless, players got to play. So Jordan Love got a big contract this year. Jalen Hurts got his big contract last year. Teams are built around their quarterbacks. Both teams have surrounded their quarterbacks with a lot more talent. The Green Bay Packers go out and get Jordan Morgan in the first pick, to go play right guard tonight. They get Josh Jacobs. They keep building around along with Dontavian Wicks and Jaden Reed and Romeo Dobbs and, Watson and Musgrave and Tucker. They just keep building. And exactly what Howie Roseman and the Eagles did. They went out and signed Mekhi Becton. He's their new right tackle. At one point, Mekhi Becton was 11th pick in the draft 5 years ago. He's getting a chance to play right guard. He's never played guard in his life. Gets a chance to play right guard. Jeff Stoutland's done a lot of work with him this year. He won the job. We'll see how he does. I think he's really excited. Play next to Lane Johnson and next to the new center, Cam Jurgens. But there's going to be Saquon out there tonight. It's going to be Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, two new running backs on new teams. Both guys have had remarkable seasons. Jacobs won the rushing title 2 years ago. No, any running back would love to have that, next to their name. At one point, Saquon Barkley led this league in yards from scrimmage his rookie year, over 2,000 yards. He'd like to do the same thing this year. Both teams have new defensive coordinators. Vic Fangio of the Eagles, Mark Hafley of the Green Bay Packers, or Jeff Hafley of the Green Bay Packers. Look, it's going to be new defenses. If you look, I'm going back to last night, the winning touchdown to Xavier Worthy is a broken coverage by the Ravens. Now, new defense coordinator Zachary Orr. You could tell that Marlon Humphrey is just rerouting Xavier Worthy and is expecting a safety over the top. And it was never there. And you make a mistake, and Patrick Mahomes sees the mistake, he's going to make you pay for the mistake. So here we are. We have two new coordinators. It's going to be a rowdy atmosphere. Nick Sirianni is telling all the fans, via interpreters, whatever, don't make any noise when our offense, number one, is under center, Jalen Hurts. Please try to stay quiet. That I don't think it's going to happen, but, you got to try. But you got to handle the atmosphere tonight. You got to handle the conditions. You got to handle a soccer field. Typically, soccer fields are really slippery. The footing isn't great. I'm anxious to see if the players spend a lot of time on the field before the game just testing their cleats and seeing how they hold up. Kickoff tonight in Sao Paulo is 9:15 here, 8:15 on the East Coast. One of the things I'm going to do pregame, what's the field like? I'm going to talk to some of the players, seeing what they're, how many different pairs of cleats do they bring? What's going to hold up? Is it the long cleat, short? Like, what's the best method? Make sure you got good footing so that you're not slipping and giving up a big play. But I started this little rant saying the Ravens broke down in coverage on the 35-yard touchdown to Xavier Worthy. Do one of these defenses break down on the back end? Because two new coordinators, completely new defenses, new terminology, new ways of doing things. Communication is paramount. You make a mistake on the back end, somebody like Xavier Worthy is going to dance in your end zone. And maybe it's the difference in the game. Maybe it's the difference in the tight game. That's that. Now, we have some great defensive players tonight. I think Rashawn Gary in this new defense is going to be a left end, and he's going to be a pass rusher. He's not going to, he's going to put his hand in the dirt. He's going to see a lot of Lane Johnson tonight. The league's best right tackle, Penei Sewell. Toss up a coin. Who's the best? It's going to be a great test. Just watching Rashawn this offseason, he's lost weight. I think maybe for the first time in his career, he might be under 270. I think he wants to be quicker, faster, all that stuff. Maybe we see that tonight. I'm anxious to see Jalen Carter in his second year because the first 10 games last year, he looked like a wrecking ball. He looked like the perfectly constructed defensive tackle. Can he just ruin things in the middle of that Green Bay offensive line and make life difficult for Jordan Love? I'm anxious to see Bryce Huff in this defense. They paid him $51 million. I forget how much is guaranteed, but he's being paid to get to the quarterback and be disruptive. Let's see what he's like tonight. Some of that. And then, let's just see. Nick Sirianni ended the season last year going 1-6 and getting blown out in a playoff game. Now, he's been in the playoffs 3 straight years in a row. He's been to a Super Bowl. He has started off 8-0. He started off 10-0. The guy can coach. Now, everybody had a bad taste in their mouth in Philadelphia at the end of the year. Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, Nick Sirianni, they've changed a lot of things. Coordinators, personnel. I think they've upgraded the defense, et cetera, et cetera. We'll see how quickly that pays off. Is Jalen Hurts better? Does he have an answer to the blitz? Does he keep his eyes down the field? We're going to see a lot of that tonight. You've got Thursday night football. You got Friday night football. We're excited. So many storylines. A lot to talk about after the game tonight, during the game, all day tomorrow, and then leading into Sunday. These games will be talked ad nauseum. But like I said, I'm heading over to Corinthians Stadium when I get done with this. I can't be more excited about this opportunity to see the first game ever played in Brazil. And I have a feeling, it's just a feeling, I'm not looking at a crystal ball, not making any predictions, just a feeling that the NFL will be back in Brazil. I think this thing is going to be a big hit. Maybe I'm eating my words. So if I have to, I have to. But I feel like the vibe is I can feel the buildup to a big arena, a big atmosphere, and a fun evening in Brazil for both these teams. So that's that. I'm going to go enjoy myself. I'm going to get on some planes and get to Indianapolis tomorrow. Get ready for Indianapolis and Houston on Sunday. And I'll be here to talk about all of Week 1's action throughout the week next week. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks for joining the Best Football Show. And I'll talk to you real soon.